You know, those of us who are out here in the world trying to make people listen to reason, we're very often disappointed, right? And I have developed a mindset that I think will be very helpful to everyone out there. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. People are perfectly free to not listen to reason. Perfectly free. And you are perfectly free to not care about them anymore. It's a really important principle to grind into. If you have a friend who smokes like a chimney, and you give him the reason, the evidence, the facts, right? And he just says, "No, forget it, I'm going to keep smoking." It's like, okay, I will refuse to care for you more than you care for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because the moment you care for people more than they care for themselves, you are just going to get exploited, pillaged. Reason has no voice. Evidence has no purchase. People make up whatever they want. Trump said neo-Nazis are very fine people. Stefan Molyneux is a racist, a white supremacist. People make up whatever they want. They're incredibly dangerous to be around, whether it's totalitarianism, whether it's an abusive relationship, whether it's the self-hatred fostered by communists through higher education. They are devils dragging you to hell. Now, they can't inspire others because they are spiritually dead inside. They're in a nightmare that they think is a paradise. It's like, no, that's hell. You don't want to go there. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. So the only thing they can do to gain any sense of power is to destroy others. That's what they need. That's what they live for. They gain that sense of power. You know, like the woman, the sort of archetypical woman. I mean, obviously a woman can deny sexual access to whoever the hell she wants. Perfectly fine. But if she says, well, you know, we'll see, or you just hang around, then she's just taking pleasure in the continual denial. That sadistic pleasure of, oh, you want it? Can't have it. Oh, you want it? Can't have it. Guess what? I will take my legitimate requests elsewhere to people who will listen to reason, respect reality. I don't have people in my life anymore who don't listen to reason. Why would I? Any more than I could pretend to be in love with someone I don't share a language with. All it would be is lust and delusion. And so if the world as a whole doesn't want to listen to reason and doesn't seem to complain that much when one of the greatest speakers of reason and facts is yeeted off the major platforms, all right, I'm off politics, focusing on Bitcoin. Oh man, you should get into politics. Why? Why should I get back into politics? That put me at risk of serious injury and death. Why? Because 5% of people followed me to a new platform because my donations have cratered. You get what you deserve. I'm not talking to you guys, right? You're here on the conversation. It's wonderful. Love you for it. Thank you for it. Being one website over, apparently it's just a bridge too far. I'm not impossible to find. I'm like right there. I'm right there. Or all the people who were on my show and great, you're wonderful. We got to work together. It's going to be fantastic. And it's like, oh, when I start talking about topics they're not comfortable with, poof, all gone. Right. Okay. Great. Then you can go and muck about with your political bullshit thinking you're going to change anything when you're not. You can have your gig, right? I don't want to sound bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm genuinely not bitter. I hope that I'm not coming across as bitter because I'm not bitter. 3%, and, you know, again, not bitter, just facts. About 3% of my YouTube subscribers went over. About 3%. This is just facts. I'm a fact muncher. What I do is I munch facts. 97% of my listeners didn't bother following me to a new website. And listen, it's not even a negative. Why the fuck would I be sticking my neck out for people who can't be bothered to type in a new website? Why the hell would I work to save your ass? You know, when Lauren and I went to Australia, I'm in the streets of Australian cities with security, and sometimes people are hunting us. And we're scurrying around, and there's a bunch of feral, jackal, black-clad terrorist leftists are out there physically attacking everything in sight. I was working so hard, taking so many risks, and literally risking life and limb to bring truth to the world, taking facefuls of tear gas to bring you the front lines of the battle against Chinese communism. Oh, wait, did he go to a new website? To hell with him. Screw him. That's fine. Honestly, it's completely and totally fine. I respect that. That's totally fine. Shouldn't do it out of any sense of obligation or because I'm nagging, because I'm not nagging. I'm simply telling you, I'm demonstrating to you how incredibly freeing it is when people don't give much of a shit about you. 3%, really? Ah! It really is just so immensely liberating. The freedom to not give a shit anymore. Fantastic. You've found someone else to glom onto, people who aren't speaking the kind of truths that I'm speaking, who aren't going to give you the facts that I'm going to give you, who aren't going to give you the ultimate arguments against the decay of the world. Fantastic, you know. It's fantastic. I appreciate the honesty. I really do. I mean, this may sound manipulative. It's not. I genuinely appreciate the honest indifference of my former audience. I love you for it. I thought that we were a team, you know, like I thought we were a team. You know, if you're in a relationship and you're the only one who's doing anything to maintain the relationship or to keep the romance alive, and I've been in those before, and I was in this with my listeners, right? I've been in some relationship, you're putting all the work in. All you're doing is just propping up something that falls apart. But it's not a relationship. It's exploitation in a way, right? Listen to what people are telling you. Listen to their indifference, listen to their undermining of you, listen to their hostility. Listen to it all. They're trying to teach you something very, very important. And I hope that you'll listen. I'm so glad that I listened. I'm free of pathological altruism and self-destructive overcaring. There's real benefits in that. Genuine benefits in that. Being in a conversation with the world, you don't always get what you want, but you almost always end up getting what you need. So anyway, I hope that helps. Sorry for the long speech.
Yeah,
but
thank you very much.
Just be free. Be free. All right. Thanks, everyone, so much. And listen, a great pleasure to chat with you guys in this new medium.